prepared to make a speech, so I kind of make it up as I go along, I guess. And I was thinking about what I was going to say when you guys slipped it in on me here coming out of order. But I am Roy Jackson. I am Merle Jackson's oldest son, brother to Howard. And my father died 3 years ago. Would have loved to have been here because he had those stories that Ellis told about are all true. There's a lot of bull going on around our house as I was growing up, and many a times I would like to have taken the dustpan and the broom and swept up some of those stories because I heard them all at least 20 times, and there were probably over 1,000. So there were some great stories, but I'm here because I have a great love for the Jackson family. I haven't been around too much. I've traveled for the last 35 years all over the country in my work, and I'm sort of wearing out right now, but my plan is to retire next year. But I guess the story I have that I'd like to tell about Howard and John and Dan is 36, 37 years ago, I went to California after I came out of the service, and I thought that that's where I wanted to live, and it seemed like a glamorous state and where I wanted to spend the rest of my life. And I went out there without any plan, and Uncle Howard and Aunt Jeanette were very kind to take me in, and I shared a room with John and Dan and stayed out there, I think, a couple of months with you and interviewed for work. And one morning I woke up and realized that I'm kind of a Midwestern guy, so I came back to Columbia, where I went to school and did some interviewing and found a job that I currently have with the company I currently have, and I've been with that company for almost 36 years. And in that time, I've come to realize the importance of family, friends, the fact that Uncle Howard and Aunt Jeanette took me in and gave me the opportunity to realize that I didn't belong in California, I belong back here in Missouri, which is really home. But I'm here because I guess John came through Kansas City, where I live now, a couple of years ago and talked about this particular event. And it seemed like in his heart he really wanted to get the Jackson clan together. And as he began to correspond with all of us about getting together, it seemed only appropriate that, gosh, as many of us as possible should come to this thing and get reacquainted with some cousins and some aunts and uncles that we haven't seen for so many years. So I'm very happy to be here. I guess I'm like Minnie Pearl. I'm just proud to be here. And my wife Kim is here with me. My daughter Anne Marie is here. I have two other children, Ashley and Brant, who are in Kansas City. All of our families in Kansas City, and we're happy to all be together in the same city. So I'm looking forward to getting reacquainted with some of you, and this is an exciting event. So John, thanks for you.
Pick the next person to come out. I want to put an idea
Okay. You want me to pick the next person?
Next person, but too shy.
Okay, since we are... Are you volunteering? I'll pick my wife Kim then.
The reason I wanted to intercept, I'm glad I did just before Kim comes up, because Roy told about the time he came out to California and stayed around. He's a bright young man, and for some reason I kind of guided him around to some of the places in California where he might find a good job. But somehow or other along the way, I could just sense his heart wasn't in it, and I couldn't quite figure that out. So he went back to Kansas City, and I thought, I think Roy made a mistake. But a few years later, when I met the love of his life, I know he hadn't made a mistake. I just didn't know all the facts.
I just want to say a couple of words. Roy and I have been married for 32 years, and before I married into the Jackson family, I knew him as Roy. And whenever we would come to a family reunion, everybody would call him Roy Jean. And that's how probably all of you know him. And I realized later that he was named for Roy Rogers and Gene Autry. And I always thought that was a wonderful story. And it just brings back memories. Some of my favorite memories coming to the Jackson house is sitting down in the living room with Merle, who did have his own band, naturally, and Linda, and playing the guitar. And that's just a nice memory. And I'm sure a lot of you remember that too.